Hey guys, so I have finally made a guide to Team Strike. Now, it's such a rich game mode. In my opinion, it's the most strategic because it's the only game mode, like normal game mode, where you only get one shot. All those game modes like deathmatch, point capture, duels, you respawn as much as you want, but Team Strike, you get one shot per round. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of the tips and secrets I've come up with over the past few years. And if you play Team Strike, even at all, I promise you, it is worth it to watch through the whole thing because there's going to be a lot in this video that you did not know. So please stick around till the end and let me know what you think. Alright, so this video is going to be specifically for trains because it is by far the most active Team Strike map. So this will be only trains, just quick disclaimer. Also, pretty standard loadout, like what I'm using here: grapple, ultimatum, a sniper and a heavy of your choice, and a dash weapon. But yeah, you can use whatever, as long as these are the key components of everything I'm going to do. Alright, so for the first half of the video, it'll be more the general ideas of Team Strike and just basic things to master. And then the second half will actually be a lot more advanced tips. So if you hear some of this and you think, oh, I got this down, that's pretty easy, just skip on ahead until you find parts where you're like, oh, that's new. So yeah. Okay, so the starting thing I'm going to mention here, if you do 3-cat spam, you know that switching weapons is, you know how to switch weapons pretty well, and melee switching is pretty important. It is also the case in Team Strike, because you want to get all 3 weapon shots off when you're rapid firing at different opponents. And the thing is, there's delay, so you can only generally use 2 at a time quickly. So melee switch is actually really important. So let me just demonstrate that right here. If you don't melee switch, that is something very important to learn. So like one shot, oh, I hit him, and boom. I melee switched there and was able to get to the ultimatum. But if you miss the first 2 shots, it's important to hit that third one. Okay, so this kind of goes without saying, but if you aim upward at something, you'll go up. If you aim downward at something, you'll generally go down. Aiming at the middle is very important for horizontal movement. But the trick is, if you just aim straight at the middle, you actually will go down. This is where you have to time your double jump. So, as we get into this round, I will show you how to do this. Alright, I'm going to use this, whatchamacallit, right here as an example. If I just shoot at the middle, I go down, obviously, and I'm not moving much. But to gain a lot more momentum, if I shoot at it and double jump like this, I gain momentum a lot more distance, much faster. So let me show you guys again, but to do that to an opponent. Hang on, let me try it here. Boom, same idea right there. I shot kind of at the middle of the platform there and was able to rush towards my opponent much faster. So a big mistake people make is they double jump way too early. The trick is to double jump mid-grapple. Like, right, watch this. Boom. Okay, that actually looked really lame. So the trick is to double jump mid-grapple. Like that, kind of. It boosts your momentum, and it's hard for people to time their shots against you because that small little jump you did actually makes a huge difference. Another crazy weird trick is spinning. Watch this. Instead, I do this. Look at that movement. It may look like I'm just showing off, but it's so much more effective than if I just grapple around like this. This, people can see exactly where your movement is. So after I kill this person, no. Okay, there we go. When I do this, look, they can see me turning. They can see and they can guess what I'm going to do. If I do this and spin like this, they did not see that coming. Like that. There's no way he could have timed where I was going. So doing spin grapples like that, although it kind of looks goofy, works way in your favor, and I use it all the time. Alright. Now here's the next thing I'm going to show you. This is a flaw that even the best pixel gun players have all the time. Watch what I do here. If you shoot down like this, up, back over, and dash down to your original spot like this, your opponent, right about where I'm aiming at, will still be looking in that direction for at least 1 second. When you go above and over, their instinct is to look... my bad, I didn't mean to dash there. Hang on, let me show you in the next round here. When you speedily fly over their head, their instinct is to look up, then turn around like so, and then look down and aim. But in your case, you'll have grappled like this quite fast and dashed like this, and you'll be behind them. So they'll be still looking that way, and you have plenty of time to shoot them. Now, I know I'm kind of all over the place here with random tips and tricks, but I hope they're helpful, and I'm kind of getting somewhere with all of them, because once you reach combination, it's pretty lethal. Now, another important trick with your grapple device, most people, actually, this is something that a lot of people do accidentally, and they never do on purpose. Sometimes you need a fast landing, but with the grapple devices, you're just going high, and it's kind of a floater. So watch what I do here. I don't know if you kind of saw that. It kind of just like dropped me down pretty easily. That kind of drop is kind of essential, especially when you're against a lot of players targeting you. I'm going to try to use it again against these. Okay, now there's only one guy. I'll try to use it against this one guy. Or I'll just spin circles around him. Actually, about this map here, using a dash in this tunnel area, there's one pattern in particular that confuses them. Start in this tunnel right here, come in this way, come back this way, then go out this way, and then back through this way and out this tunnel. I get away practically every time. Anyway, that's kind of way off topic here. But yeah, now let me explain how to drop your landings so as to land quicker. All right, so you come up like this, and down. Like it's pretty simple, but you have to get the right length, because if I come up like this and down here, hang on, he sniped me. I'll show you again next round. But basically your shot has to be extended enough in a way that won't propel you up higher into the air. So if it's too close, it'll just shoot you higher up. But to come down, you already have to be up high from at least one shot. And then the second shot needs to be extended very far ahead of you so that you kind of just drop in between where you're at and your shot. I don't know if that makes... It might be a little confusing at first, but you'll catch my drift and just practice it. It's pretty easy. All right, so here we go. So as I demonstrated, you come up, and if I do this, I gain height. But I'm going to try the exact same thing, but extend my shot only a little bit. Boom, it pulled me down. So... Good grief, this guy keeps sniping me. Yeah, but basically extend your shot more than you normally would, and it'll pull you down just before where your shot was fired. And then the trick is to switch immediately to dash and get away. Don't ever do that on like an open platform unless you're like you have no options. But let me show you that in front of like a tunnel, for instance. That is a very useful place to do it, and odds are your opponent will not have time to take you out. Alright, so let me try it around here. So I'm high. And, I didn't switch to dash very fast. But I think you guys get the idea. Alright, now here is a trick I actually showed some friends a few days ago. This is a very effective way of dodging the ultimatum. It is kind of like how I mentioned earlier, double jumping mid-grapple. But there's a way to do it the right way. You get a lot higher. And when people aim with the ultimatum, you essentially jump over them. So like right here, if I shoot at this platform and jump like that, it looks like I just did nothing. But if you have an opponent right here, that right there just changed them killing you to them doing absolutely nothing to you. Let me try it on someone if... Hang on. There he is. Okay. Let's see if I... Nope. He's dead. If I can try it on a player to show you guys, I will. But it looks like nothing now, but that jump, basically you need to jump right after, like this. That you can see that extra height, whereas more normal people just do this. That usually does not go well, so you need to shoot the grapple and jump like that, kind of like that. You saw the big difference. I was headed straight towards that tunnel and ended up about right there, that height. So it can be very effective when you're running towards someone with the ultimatum. So that jump puts you ahead of them and behind them, and they just missed their ultimatum shot. Alright, now I'm going to get into some of the more lesser-known / advanced tips and tricks. This next one is not tough at all, but most people don't actually think about it in this way. The trick is to wait a few seconds after spawn, like I'm doing here. When you wait just a few seconds, that is when, boom, everyone's in the air in different ways. I didn't do it effectively this time because I'm talking. But once the invincibility, not the invincibility, once it says go and everyone's out, within 2 to 3 seconds, everyone's grappled out and they've done something like this, where they're up in the air looking about for who's around. When they do that, they're very confused. If you wait 2 or even just 2 seconds, like spawn, 1, 2, and fly out, they'll all be easy to pick off. Let me see if I can do it this time. I'm not going to talk so I can focus. We'll see how this goes. So yeah, the blue guy, I missed my shot, but as you can see, he was grappling up this way as soon as he could, and I was behind him. Do they all have anti-modules on me? That's kind of annoying. Okay, so I wasn't able to demonstrate it in the best way, but waiting just 2 or 3 seconds after spawning can be extremely helpful. So trying that out is pretty useful. What else is there? Oh, yes. Okay, so now there's a very, very common move that people do a lot when they're around here. They might come to this platform right here, and then they'll go like this. They'll just basically go around the barn, just like that. Hang on, there's like 3 of them, all in a circle, sniping me. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to pick a different match here, because this one's a little impossible to demonstrate anything. Okay, so the move I just mentioned, or the one that's very similar, almost the same thing. It's where you start here, you come up like this, and come around like this, and you look, because this is a great vantage point, but it's also very easy to attack. So when players do that, like someone's starting right here, generally they're either going to drop into the tunnel, come this way when they have full grapple, or when they're back here, do what I just did like this, and often they will do this. Wherever you're at, there's an easy thing to do. Always, if you're on this platform, very easy to access. Hang on. Next round I will show you. Okay, so whenever you see anyone going for that move, it is the easiest thing to beat. Let me kill some of these players here so it's not as ridiculous. I want 1 left so I can, move around and do things. Okay, there's 1. Oh, that's probably like the best player. When they're doing that, all you need to be is in this, like on the outside of this circle area. You come down. Hang on, I was trying to dodge this person while doing it. Leave me alone. Okay, he's running. Great. When you're here, you want to jump up, come down like this, and dash into the corner with ultimatum or sniper or practically anything. They always get confused because, let me demonstrate here. Let me reload this. I have 3 shots. When they do this, they're coming in for a landing and looking to snipe. They're going to get all confused when they're landing like this. So if you just sit in the corner just before they make it, they are incredibly easy because they come down very slowly. Their 3rd grapple shot was up around that area. So they're all about height. They'll be falling right down. So it'll be incredibly easy to take them out. That is a very common way to take out your opponent fast. Alright, now one of my favorite secrets right here. There is a golden spot on this map, and it is this little spot right here. A lot of people like to grapple onto that platform to reload, to snipe, anything. You can pick them off without them seeing you, and people coming from here generally dash straight down, so they won't have enough time to react with you standing there holding the ultimatum. This spot is one of the most golden in the map, right there. So, as soon as I get the opportunity, I will show you that spot in action. Okay, so let's get to that golden spot. There's so much you can do because a common thing, people come onto this platform looking out as they reload their grapple or looking around to snipe. Right here, my vantage point, this is my vantage point. I don't see that spot right there. So it is the best. You can either snipe them, grapple up, ultimatum them, there's so many options. And this spot, you have to stand just right. People will not see you as they come in. Generally, even if they use barrier weapons, they're running like this. They round the corner quite broadly, so you can take them out from behind easily. So this is another, it's just a tip. Use this spot because it is amazing. I sometimes will just sit here for 6 seconds, get a kill, and then fly around a bit. It is truly amazing. Alright, another trick here. I'm using this rocket jump weapon so that it's more effective. When I run at an opposite area, kind of like this, and then rocket jump off and come out like it's hard to explain. Hang on. Let me find a way to verbalize this. Okay, so when you're trying to escape from someone or just get the higher ground, run at a wall directly from an opposite way with grapple, rocket jump off, land, and shoot up with your grapple in some other direction. It always throws them off because, I mean, this is what I'm... Hang on, let me shoot this guy before he kills me. Or let me miss this guy, and then he kill... Okay, there we go. Like right here, I'm watching them shoot, rocket, boom, up. Like this is very hard to keep going when you're switching weapons. Like, because you think about it, most scam loadout players will have 3 weapons to shoot with. Probably heavy, sniper, then they'll look down, but ultimately they just won't have time because you're using a 4-step movement where you go 1, 2... Okay, that was actually a bad example. 3, 4. You land, and then 4th is jump up. Most people, as you can see, grapples like 1, reload, 1, 2, 3, and then they charge up their dash weapon. So that's the element they don't expect. Because the way Team Strike is a very timed way of playing. That's a big reason why people use the pulling sucker gun, because when you have that extra, very, very rarely do you shoot someone in midair while they're using the pulling sucker gun, because usually it's a backup and they're using it after their grapple, and it's very hard to time after they've been flying around with 4 or 5 different grapple shots. So yeah. Okay, so one other very narrow but crazy useful tip is watching people run right through that tunnel right there. I mean, in my last, I had a Team Strike tournament, which I might release soon. I watched someone run through there. My first reaction, I went up here, boom, hit them with ultimatum, because I could time them dashing through. So learn to understand the length of this tunnel, because everyone uses it the same. They run in, pull dash, boom, and then you can time it. I see them run in it, and I come down. I don't even see them. I just shoot my anniversary big buddy, and they're dead. Don't even have to see them because I can time it. So that's another trick to learn. Get good at timing how long it takes people to get through the tunnel based on the weapons they use. It can be really useful. You can get a free kill because they'll never even see you coming. Alright, I mean, this is another broad thing. You can copy some of these movements, but keeping random movements like this. Like, no one's going to be able to snipe me easily. But, okay, I wasn't even able to snipe them easily. But yeah, it's very important to keep very unpredictable movements like this. Like that. Perfect getaway. I got across the map. No one hit me at all. Okay, so another fun thing is this tunnel. Now, just do this. Like, it's pretty simple. When people are on your tail, dash up here, run here, wait like a second, then drop. They'll probably be around that area by then and get out. It's not even much of a tip, but when people follow you into a tunnel, they're generally about 1.5 seconds behind you. Because, you know, it takes them a little bit, once you're in, it takes them a little bit to get in the entrance. Sometimes you get caught on that ledge, or you're just reluctant to go in. But it's pretty simple, because tunnel fighting's a little tricky, and generally if you're a barrier spammer or pasta, you'll win. So, do that, drop down this hole, make sure you have at least 1 grapple charge, and aim right there, and get out of there as fast as you can. Okay, so another very useful thing for trains is these white air conditioners. I'm not sure exactly what these are, but these are excellent because they cannot see what you're planning on doing next. Standing behind this one is one of my favorite things to do because I have a great vantage point, and they don't know what I'm going to do. So, several excellent options when you have an opponent. Let's say I'm on the run. I head this way, and I'm reloading behind this thing. One option is to shoot up here, and like maybe they're coming down at me. I can take them out pretty easily that way. Another excellent option is shooting about right there, and okay, that was terrible. Hang on, that was terrible. It only takes 2 shots. Shooting like this, double jump. See the timing of the double jump there? I double jumped, and already, boom, I'm on the other side of the map really, really quickly, and they did not see it coming. So that's a good getaway. The other option is good attack. Technically, you could swap them, but they're more effective the way I just showed you. Again, I know a lot of these are just very random or very, very, very specific, but if I weren't very specific, it would be more like the ultimate guide to a scammer's loadout. I mean, some of the tips I'm using I already used in my How to Be an Elusive Pixel Gun Player video. So some of this might be old to you already. So yeah, I know it's a bit weird, but this is specific to this map, and it's just tricks I use all the time, which are quite helpful. Alright, so I'm just calling the tricks as I see them. Something you cannot forget, it's incredibly useful, is that red train. That red train is one of the best escape routes in the game. You can come down on it and dash on top of it and get back here so fast, so easily. It's accessible right here, which is the beauty of it. This one, not so much, especially since it comes from two ways. It's just easier to attack you, but this corner one is the most convenient one to get away in. The problem is people will rush it. Almost everybody will come straight at it with ultimatum, and they'll be on top of it trying to look down. So, it's an excellent escape if you do it right. So when you come into it, do not land and then go for the run back or go back on top of the train. As soon as you make the landing, generally, at least when I make the landing, generally, I'll make this landing, I'll end up back here, and then I'll end up about right here, and if someone's chasing me, come back on them like this. You can turn it around on them because they will not see you coming from the side, as they will be up, or even just like this right here. How can they see down this way right there? Almost impossible. So land and come on this side of the train. Almost nobody will see you unless they're like sitting here trying to snipe. So pretty convenient. I know it's not the best example because I'm not fighting anybody doing this, but you guys get the idea. So thanks for watching. Honestly, I didn't get through even like a quarter of what I wanted to. I realized I can't really make a guide on Team Strike, even just this one map, because there's just so much about it. So hopefully I'll be coming out with more if this video is a success and if you guys actually like it. But yeah, I didn't even cover like a quarter of what I wanted to because there's just so much. So yeah, there will hopefully be more on that, more tips and tricks. Also, a reminder, I do have a YouTube membership thing, which I do come out with weekly tutorials, updates, things like that. So the fun thing is the members tell me what videos they want me to make. So I hope to see more of you guys there. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I know this was a long video, so if you stayed until the end, that is very impressive. I really, really hope it was helpful. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.